Well, hello there, everybody. This is a comedy thief, and you're watching Funny Old Guys. Woo! That's who we are. And oh my gosh, we're bigger. So we tell jokes, folks. You laugh hysterically, and this is America, so we can do whatever we want. So I'm saying hi, Dr. Fatpacker. Say hello to our wonderful audience.
Well, guten Tag, everybody. So nice to have you with us today. You're going to laugh. They have some funny stuff here today.
And there we go. And below us, he's got his head on crooked, is Homeless Charlie. Homeless Charlie, say hello to our video helpmates.
Hello to our video helpmates, whatever
What
that is.
the hell of mustache have you got on this week? That is the strangest thing. Anyway, that is...
Okay, that was close enough where you were.
That's right. Let's start with the jokes. Go ahead there, Dr. Fatpacker.
I got a couple of bad jokes for you, just for the heck of it today. My daughter, she thinks that I don't give her enough privacy.
Yes.
Well, at least that's what she wrote in her diary.
Oh, there you go.
A friend of mine got into photographing salmon in different clothing.
Yes.
He said he liked shooting fish in apparel.
Apparel. Oh, I got it. Homeless Charlie.
Oh, that's a change.
Tell us a joke, Derek.
Well, the other day, down in the alley, I was going to smoke a joint with some Mexicans.
Wow.
Whoa.
And I asked them if anyone had papers, and hell, they all ran away.
That's very strange. Well, anyway, speaking of that, 4 million of these people enter our country every year. They're uneducated, they're unskilled, and they contribute nothing to society. They are a burden to honest, hardworking Americans, and our government is doing nothing to stop them, not to mention that they're dirty and they smell bad. They don't even speak English. You know, guys, I really hate these newborn babies. That's right. Dr. Fatpacker.
They're just nothing to them. That's all. I had this blonde patient come in the other day. She said she had sharp pains in her side,
Yes.
And I examined her and I said, you have acute appendicitis. And she looked at me, she goes, that's sweet, doc, but I came here to get medical help.
I know they're cute. Anyway, Homeless Charlie.
Well, here's something interesting. If you're a woman telling a man that you already have a man, it won't stop men from hitting on you. But if you say you used to be a man, well, that's something else.
That's transportation is what that is.
Oh, wow. I can't understand why men want to be women.
Yeah.
I mean, they earn 20% less than us. They're not as, I don't understand why they'd want to do that.
Exactly. It's very strange. Well, what do Manhattans and women's breasts have in common? And the answer is
projects.
One's not enough, and 3, folks, is too many.
Oh, there you are.
Dr. Fatpacker, tell us a joke.
Oh, Val, this middle-aged couple, they had 2 beautiful daughters, but always talked about having a son. Well, they decided to try one last time for the son they always wanted. The woman got pregnant and delivered a healthy baby boy.
Wow.
The father rushed to the nursery to see his new son. He was horrified when he saw the ugliest child he had ever seen.
Yipes.
And he told his wife, says, there's no way I can be the father of this baby. Look at the 2 beautiful daughters I fathered. Have you been fooling around behind my back? And the wife looked at him and she goes, not this time.
Oh. Poor fellow. Almost Charlie.
Well, I was on the bus and I pulled out a nose hair today just to see if it hurt. But judging by the reaction of the guy asleep next to me, it seems pretty painful.
And you're probably ending up getting thrown off wherever you were.
Yeah.
Well, there was this family Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Sexauer, nice German name, right? Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Sexauer. Well, anyway, the wife is pregnant. She's 9 months. And at 2 o'clock in the morning, she goes, honey, it's time. And they panic. They throw stuff in the car. They race off to the hospital. And the labor took long. And so finally, the doctor said, sir, you can go home. And it's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7 more hours before your wife has her baby. So he goes home, he gets up in the morning, and he was so excited and so stressed, he forgot where the hospital his wife was in. So he started calling hospitals. No, nobody there by that, and nobody there by that. And I finally got to the 5th hospital, and he says, ma'am, he says, I was wondering, do you have a sex hour here? And she said, hell no, we don't even get a coffee break. Dr. Fatpacker.
Oh, well, a good friend of mine had 3 brothers, you know, all of them joined their father in becoming cops in the armed response team. Well, my friend was the only one who went the opposite way and became a bank robber. He died recently, surrounded by his family.
And there you go. And Homeless Charlie.
Well, pretend, if you will, that you and your child are driving late at night along a deserted road.
Yeah.
And you come across a van full of money, and the driver is dead from an apparent heart attack. Now, what lesson do you teach your child?
I don't know. Is that it? Or is there more?
Well, answer the question. What lesson do you teach your child?
Do you get that one, home or a doctor?
No, I must have dozed off then.
I must have dozed off too. And let's go. Hey, Dr. Fatpacker, let's laugh hysterically at that joke. Ready? Go.
Oh my God, well, that isn't the response he's looking for.
Oh my goodness.
Here's what he taught his child.
Oh,
That money in the truck. Lifts with your legs, not your back.
oh, I should have known that. Oh my goodness.
We didn't even get the punchline. Well, anyway, this pirate walks into a bar.
Oh, yeah.
And instead of a hat, he's got a paper towel up there. And the bartender said, what the hell is that? And he says, I've got a bounty on my head.
What was that answer again, Homeless Charlie? Oh, you just said one. Never mind.
I've got a bounty on my head. Get it, folks?
I got it. I don't want it, but I got it.
Okay, Dr. Fatpacker, go.
Okay, so this church had a handyman for many years, and he finally passed away. But he did so many jobs at the church that they decided to break them up and hire several people to do them all. The church put an ad in the newspaper to hire a church bell ringer. After a day or two, the priest heard a knock at the front door. Upon opening the door, he sees a young man. The young man says, yes, I'm here for the bell ringing position. And the priest says, well, do you have any experience? When he goes, no, but I'm a fast learner. So the priest decides to try him out, takes him upstairs and to the bell tower, you know. The priest figures he ought to show him how everything works. When they reach the top of the stairs, the priest turns around just in time to see the young man trip, stumble and stumble and stumble. He goes head first into the bell and falls down the shaft.
Wow.
The priest rushes down, but it's too late. The priest calls the police. As an ambulance is picking up the body, the police officer says, well, I have to fill out this form. What was the young man's name? And the priest, he goes, oh my God, I never realized that he never told me his name. But you know, I never asked him his name, but his face rings a bell.
His face rings a bell. Get it, folks? Homeless Charlie, tell us a joke.
Well, this wife calls her husband and she says, honey, the car will not drive. And the husband replies, Karen, when I'm not with you, you have to sit on the other side.
Exactly. So this new college graduate says to the Student Loan Association, for your generosity, guys, I don't think I can ever repay you. That's what the new college graduate said. Dr. Fatpacker, Dr. Fatpacker, go for it. Oh,
All right.
hold it. This is our last one.
Somehow I knew that. So I belong to this beer league bowling team.
Yeah.
And twice a year we play against the Phantoms.
Oh.
As the name suggests, the Phantoms aren't real. See, every player simply meets at the bar. We drink for 3 hours and then returns home and proudly informing them that they scored the game-winning goal.
The game-winning goal. There we go. Anyway, we're done. But before we go, we have a conversation point between the three of us only. Folks, you're not involved, but you can listen. So, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the situation. Here's the story. You're going 90 miles an hour and you get pulled over by a cop. Now, what would you do? What would you say? What would be your excuse? How do you get out of this?
Oh, well, you know. So I'm driving along and this cop pulls up behind me and I started speeding up. I finally got up to 90 miles an hour and I figured, what the heck am I doing?
Yeah.
So I pulled over and the cop comes up and he says, why did you pull away so fast? And I said, last year, a policeman stole my wife and married her. And I thought you were trying to give her back.
Oh, that's exactly what happened. You're going 90 miles an hour. You get pulled over by the cops. What's your excuse? What do you say? What do you do?
Well, my joke just disappeared, but I think I would just say, I'm sorry, officer. I just got back from Germany. I've been driving on the Autobahn for a year.
Well, exactly.
Oh, yeah, that works. I like that. Yeah.
And I would say, officer, I had to pee so bad. I was racing at 90 miles an hour to get home to my bathroom, my toilet, so I could pee. That's how I would.
Okay, well, that works for you.
Well, anyway, we're done. We're out of here. Thank you very much for viewing us. Oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot. We invite a famous celebrity to be on our very next video. And this is a beauty, guys. This is wonderful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
For our next video, we're inviting the philanthropist, the benefactor, actor, Danny Thomas to be on our very next video. So Danny Thomas, check in with funnyoldguys@gmail.com. And
excuse me. I believe Danny Thomas is dead.
Wait a minute.
They made room for Danny.
Wait a minute. He's dead?
Yeah.
Well, then we can't invite them all. Who do we know? Who do you know named Danny?
DeVito.
Danny K.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito, you're going to be on our very next video. You check in to funnyoldguys@gmail.com. And Danny, if you don't check in within 24 hours, you're going in the trash bin. So,
whoa.
Comedy Thief saying farewell. Pass it along to Dr. Fatpacker for his goodbye.
Well, choose nay, you know. It's so nice of you to watch with us. Before you go, though, make sure you go down at the bottom here and subscribe.
Yep.
Yeah, because that'd really make us feel good.
Yep.
That'll warm the cockles of our heart. Our heart, I said. Remember that. And if you and if you want to tell your friends about us, instead of trying to remember funny old guys at yada yada yada, just go to funnyoldguys@gmail.com and we will send you some of these handy dandy business cards when they will give our address on there and everything, and then they can watch and they can laugh too. We'll look forward to seeing them. Ta-ta.
Oh, there we go. And Homeless Charlie, say goodbye and farewell to our video group on Funny Old Guys.
Farewell and goodbye to our video group on Funny Old Guys.
Everybody wave goodbye. Everybody wave goodbye. We'll see you down the road.